Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So, in last episode, we had the season simulation, and might be one of the last season simulations we actually do in the series. Just because I think I want to start up a new GM mode starting on February 1st. Before we start with this playoff simulation, I'd like to remind you guys to vote down below on our straw poll. Basically, you guys choose what we want to do for our next GM mode series, what team. So basically any team that I haven't done so far, so go nuts in the comments and stuff like that as well. But anyways, we're up against the Nashville Predators, who have not made the playoffs really much since the start of this GM mode. Their best player on the team is their franchise center, which is a 94 overall, but other than that, their team is very, very weak. Like, I'll show you guys their lines again, just in case you guys don't remember. So they only had two stud players, like I said. So Willis is their main stud, but they also got Rantanen. Everybody else is pretty weak for the most part. Nobody above an 84 on their forward core. Defensive core is really shit. And then their goaltending is decent. Like, their goaltender is just as good as ours, but we have a better backup. So it's going to be interesting to see who could win this series, because I know teams with cheese offense and cheese defense somehow assimilate well. So we'll see if we can get onto the second round for the third year in a row, or fourth year in a row, maybe. Yeah, I think it's the fourth year in a row. Okay, so let's get into game one of the series as we start the series off in the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville. We don't have home ice, probably like not at all almost in this playoff run. I don't know how much. But anyways, Nashville's got home ice. First period, and it's 1-1. Bryce Miller, the former Minnesota Wild, opens the scoring, and Jared Malone is going to tie it up with 33 seconds left in the first period to give it a tied game. They're outshooting us heavily, 15-6 though. So we need to get more shots here in the second, boys, and limit their chances. Second period, and they are up 2-1. Mikko Rantanen, who's one of their best players, scores to give them the lead. They're still outshooting us by a wide margin, by like 11 shots. Let's get more shots here in the third period, boys, and limit their chances. We need to tie this game up. Vanden Bush is going to make it 3-1 Nashville. Power play for us. Come on, boys. And we don't score. Power play again. We need to click on this. Also, we're missing Kaprizov currently to injury, which is not good. That leaves a bit of a hole for us. And the former Minnesota Wild, Jordan Greenway, is going to make it 4-1. And somehow we're not going to be able to score more than one goal against a cheese team like the Nashville Predators. So if we lose another game, I'm going to make line changes. But Malone with the only goal, and he's on the third line, I think. So there's the 3 stars. Alexeyev, Willis, who has 2 assists, and Rantanen, the third star. So that first line, the main reason they won that game. Okay, so let's get on to game number 2. Kaprizov won't be back till like game 7 if the series goes 7 games. So, wait, let me just check a look at our lines again. I might have to make some line changes because offense was like nowhere in that game. It still looks good. We could always move up Lawson. He is left-handed. Or move Sure over. Yeah, we could move Sure over. And we're going to do something like that. Oh, wait, Gustafson's actually a right winger, right? Yeah, he is. Okay, we're going to do something like that. And see how that plays out. Just change it up a bit. See if we can get a win out of it. But it sucks that players like Kaprizov and stuff are dropping off. It might be one of their last seasons in the NHL. So let's get it started in game 2, boys. First period, and they are going to strike first. And once again, we could barely get any shots in the first period. We only had 3 shots in 20 minutes. Come on, boys, get more shots. I know we don't have Kaprizov, who usually takes most of our shots, but we still need to get chances. Second period, there you go, tying the game up. Andrew Urkamps comes through finally, and the shots are closer now, 18-13. We got 10 shots in that period. Let's take the lead, boys, for the first time in the series. There you go, Larry Sure, leading by example. He's the assistant captain on the team. Maybe he should take the captaincy from you, Bear Schultz, if you don't score. is we need you to score on that salary that we gave you. We gave him a 7-year deal, so last 5 minutes here, lock it down, boys. There you go. Bear Schultz comes through. The captain comes through just as I was calling him out, and we win game 2 by a score 3-1. Very good defensive game. So Tom's opened the scoring for them, but Urkamp scores from Lawson and Ruchin, Sure from Lawson and Haas, and Schultz from Urkamp. Nicely done. We need that first line to play good, because that's what they did last year in the playoffs. So if they could do it again, maybe we can win another Stanley Cup. So Johnny Lawson's been playing the best so far in this playoffs. He's got 3 points in 2 games. But now we have home ice. Technically, if we win both these 2 games on home ice, then we have a chance to take the series back in Nashville. So let's see if we can take our first lead of the series. We just had a very good defensive game. I think we could do it again on home ice. Come on, boys. First period, and it's 1-0 them once again. Shots still are close, 14-10, but the goal that they scored, Rantanen, was with 3 seconds left in the second, so technically we played good enough to have it tie out of that first period, but they managed to get one late. Let's answer back here, boys, in the second period, and no, we're not. Riley makes it 2-0. Shots are still close, though. We're within 5 shots, and we're within 2 goals. We need to strike early and fast, boys. Come here, come on. Oh, McInnes makes it 3-0. It's not good. Looks like we're going to fall in the series down 2-1. We got to win next game, boys, though. There you go. Bear Schultz pulls us within 2 goals, but it's a little too late. Oh, Gustafsson pulls us within 1. Come on, boys. 1 more goal. No, we're not going to get it done. If McInnes didn't score that goal, we would have tied the game up that late. So a good late effort, but we still lose. So Schultz from Fitzgerald and LaValle. Gustafsson from LaValle. So LaValle picks up his first 2 assists of his playoff career. There you go. Actually, that's one of the things I have to do is LaValle was liking his ice time, so I should probably change that. Because I want him to have more ice time than, say, somebody like Hodges. Yeah, Hodges is liking his ice time, but I got to move you down, Hodges. Maybe you're the reason why we're losing games. There you go. LaValle could go up there. Kind of spread out the defensive strength. Hodges is somebody, though, that I would probably move during the offseason. So we're down 2-1 in the series, but I think we could still bounce back from that last loss. We got to bounce back from it, and Kaprizov is able to play. So Kirill Kaprizov coming in through maybe a clutch game. So what was their lines like? Oh, yeah, we have to replace Yolonen, I think. So Kaprizov jumping back into the lineup. I think he gets sparked the offense with this team. We'll put Sure back there. Johnny Lawson back down to the 3rd line. And McKelly back to the 4th line. Yeah, that's good. Come on, Kaprizov. Your first playoff game of the year. Maybe one of your last ones as well. Come on, boy. If he could get the winner, that would be amazing. Coming in as an injured player and winning the game for his team. They're already going to go up 1-0. That's not good. First period, and they are up 2-0. Oh, this series might be almost done. We're out shooting 9-8. Second period. Oh, my goodness. We're down 4-1. And if we lose this game, we're down 3-1 in the series. This is not looking good, boys. I might have to go best lines for the next 3 games. We might be on the brink of elimination. Or we will be, because we're down 5-1 now. Our offense is just shitting the bed, and our defense is playing bad. We get another one there from Urkamp. Damn, this is a disappointing playoff matchup. We're down 6-2, and I'm just going to sim the rest of that 6-2 final for Nashville. We just can't stop their offense, and we could barely score. Our first line's doing pretty solid, but oh, yeah, I'm going to go best lines, I think. Come on, Urkamp. I know you have 4 points in 4 games, but we got to win, boys. So we're going to go best lines here, which puts Kilger in the lineup. Who does it have scratched, though? I don't want to have anybody too important scratched. Oh, the youngsters. Yeah, I might as well protect the youngsters and scratch them. I understand that. Yeah, okay. If that's what the computer says is our best lines, might as well give it a go. I know we don't have Granlund this year, which is something that we have never had. No Mikael Granlund. Wait, is our AHL team in the playoffs? Yeah, our AHL team might be in the playoffs, so at least we can watch that if for some reason we don't get past these Predators. Yeah, Nashville, our AHL team is on to the second round. Nicely done. So we're on the brink of elimination for the first time in quite a few years. Well, actually, since we played the Canucks. Let's see if we can get it in here, boys. We're going to slow sim all the rest of the games of these playoffs because we are on the brink of elimination. And Yolonen jumps into the lineup and picks up the game's first goal. Nicely done, Yolonen. On the game's first shot for us, too. We're getting heavily outshot, too. Last 5 minutes. Just lock it down, boys. Lock it down here in this first. There you go. And we're going to take a 1-0 lead after one, but we're being outshot 12-4. We need more chances, guys, in the second here. We can't rely on Hellenus to make all these saves. Okay, we're getting shots here in this period. There you go. Johnny Lawson makes it 2-0. Like, even if we win this game, we might fight off the inevitable, but we could still win the series if we win this game because we're going back home ice for the next game. There you go. Big goal from Kai Yolonen. His second of the game. What a depth player. He's only 79 overall, and he's got 2 goals in this huge game for us. And looks like he's going to prolong the series as we are up 4-0 now with a goal from Sure. Rantanen pulls them within 3. But it looks like it's too late for Nashville. A great performance from Hellenus and Ned so far. Yep, wow, what a performance from Hellenus, actually. He makes 37 saves, and we win 4-1, and we have forced a game 6. So Yolonen from Kaprizov and Haas, Lawson from Ruchin, Yolonen from Kaprizov and Lavalley, Sure from Ruchin, and Gustafsson. Nicely done, guys. Hopefully Hellenus could play like that again next game, and the offense could come through next game as well. So our 2 wins that we have had were good defensive games. If we could play good defensively like this last game, we should be able to get back into the series. Let's go to Finland for, let's just go defenseman this time. Okay, so once again, we are on the brink of elimination. We're going to slow sim the entire game. Come on, boys, let's tie this series up and force a game 7. We're on home ice too. We're in front of our fans, and Jonas Willis opens the scoring early for Nashville. That's not good. We need to play stronger defensively, boys. Last 10 minutes here of the first period, we're out shooting them. Come on, boys, get that equalizer. Time winding down, and Nashville is going to have a... Oh, no, they're not. Bear Schultz. Oh, man, that scared me. With 13 seconds left, ties the game up, and we have a 1-1 game after one. Shots 11-6 in favor of us. Let's just play good defensively and get that leading goal. Penalty kill, nicely done. Come on, boys, let's get that leading goal. Last 10 minutes here of the second period. Pretty even game, but we're out shooting them still. Come on. They're getting more shots there, and Riley's going to take the lead for the Predators. God damn it, guys. Come on, let's tie it up late again. No, we're not going to tie it up, and we're out shooting them by 6 shots. Come on, guys. This could be the last period of the season. Let's tie this game up and tie this series up. Come on, Kaprizov, the third period hero, man. Oh, this is not looking good. Come on, boys. We need 1 goal. Last 5 minutes here to the third period. Are we going to be outed in round 1 for the first time in quite a few years? No, we're not. Kirill Kaprizov comes through at 2:28 on the clock. Yes, I knew he likes to come through in the clutch, and he has tied the game at 2. What a clutch player. Now, if we can win this game in overtime, we have a chance to take the next game in Nashville because Nashville's going to have their back against the wall. Come on, guys. Let's get it done. We're out shooting them by 10 shots. We just need 1 goal. Penalty kill. Kill it off, kill it off, kill it off. Oh my god, 5-on-3. Don't do this. Oh, nice kill. That was a huge penalty kill. Killing off of 5-on-3 in overtime, and it's like a chance where we could get eliminated. They're catching up in shots now because of that 5-on-3. And we are going to a second overtime. Now they're out shooting us 40-39. It's anybody's game for the taking here in the second overtime. Come on, boys. Come on, penalty kill, kill it off. Oh, and they're going to score. And we have been eliminated in round 1 this year because of Eric Brandstrom. Just wasn't our year. We lost too much during the offseason and all that sort of stuff. At least Kaprizov got another playoff goal, and it was a clutch goal too, nonetheless. Our first line played good, but this offseason is going to be another one like last year's. So Alexiev just played really good that game, and Nashville wins the series in 6. Maybe they'll win their first Stanley Cup, but I guess we could follow the AHL for the rest of the season, and then we could also see who retired. But let's just take a look quickly at the player stats for the playoffs. Sucks that we had to go out so quickly. I guess that's our first time being eliminated in the first round in quite a while. So, let's see, player stats. Who led us in points? So, yeah, it was the first line mostly, and Johnny Lawson played good as well. LaValle actually played really good too. He could be up to like an 85 almost by next season, I feel like. Because he played really good during his rookie season. Fitzgerald is going to need a contract this year, so that's going to be probably an expensive contract. Kaprizov is going to need one unless he retires. I think, how long do we sign some of these guys for? Yolonen, yeah, Yolonen needs one as well. A couple other guys. Goaltending wise, I think our goalie needs a contract, right? Yeah, our goaltender is going to need a new contract. Okay, so it comes down to this, guys. Let's see who retires this year, and if our HL team can win the Calder Cup down there in the minors at least. Oh, our HL team's up against Nashville's AHL affiliate, I think, the Milwaukee Admirals, and they're down 0-2 at the moment. Come on, guys, tie it up. There's one win, and there's a loss, and there's a win, so we're still within one in the series. Let's see if our HL team could tie the series up. And they do. Nicely done, HL team. Will they go to the conference finals? Yes, they will with an overtime win. Nicely done. So our HL team is on against Dallas's AHL affiliate in the conference finals. Let's see if they can get some wins here early. So the first 3 games of the series, they win one, they lose another. Come on, guys, tie the series back up. Let's see, will they tie it back up? And yes, they will. Nicely done. Will they take the lead? No, they won't, and they're on the brink of elimination. Come on, AHL affiliate, and they win and force a Game 7. Come on, AHL team, go on to the finals, and they do. Wow, this AHL team is playing good. So they're up against the Toronto Marlies in the finals. I think this is the first time we've had Iowa in the finals. Let's go the first 2 games. Come on, AHL affiliate. Oh, Sapanen's been injured. That's like one of their best players. Oh, I guess we'll go replace player. And our AHL affiliate has... there's another injury to one of their best players. Damn, they lose 2 players to injury, but they are up 2-0 in the series. Wait, actually, we'll go just in case to here. We're not going to watch them win the Calder Cup, though, I don't think, if they have a chance to. So Toronto is pulled back within 1. Come on, guys. There you go. And our AHL team has a chance to win their first Calder Cup. So let's just go into this game and see if they could get it done. Maybe they'll salvage the year for us. First period, and they're down 1-0. Second period, and they're only down by a goal now. Quick gets us on the board. Slows them to third period. Come on, boys. Tie the game up and force an overtime and maybe have a chance to win. And Osala is going to make it 3-1. Doesn't look like they're going to win this game. You know, let's just go quick time. There you go. And we lose that game. So they have forced the game 6. Let's see if our AHL team can win the series in Toronto. Come on, AHL. We got some solid prospects down there, so it wouldn't be a bad thing if they won the Calder Cup. First period, there you go, 1-1. Rory Dundas, I think, or Ray Dundas, one of our medium elite guys. Second period, nicely done. Chip Chura gives us the lead. Come on, boys. Iowa, come on, get one more goal. Lock it down defensively, and you guys got yourselves the Calder Cup. Last 10 minutes of the third period here. Our AHL team's being outshot. Last 5 minutes here. Last 2 minutes. And your Iowa Wild have won the Calder Cup. Nicely done. So our AHL team has won the Calder Cup for the first time, I think, in this GM mode. So we won 2 cups in 3 years, and our AHL team has won their first cup now. So technically 3 cups in 4 years, if you could say that. So now that that's done, now let's take a look at the awards. The Chicago Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup, which is kind of surprising because we eliminated them last year, I think, in round 1. So let's take a look at the awards. So Andrew Urkamp's former team winning the cup this year. That's a bit of a bummer, but whatever. Let's see how Chicago got there. So Chicago played against Detroit, so it was an original 6 matchup. They swept Nashville in the second round. And then they beat Arizona in 7, and then they swept Detroit in the finals. So Corson with the Devils actually made it to the second round against the Flyers. So Corson outplayed us. I think that deal made sense for both teams. Let's take a look at the awards. So Stanley Cup champions, the Chicago Blackhawks. President's Trophy, the Detroit Red Wings. And then it was the Chicago-Detroit Stanley Cup Finals. Player awards, Clayton Keller gets the Hart Ross. Stromberg gets the Hart. Kilger gets the Norris and the Lady Byng. Ray Schultz, I think his name is, Ray Schultz, Bear Schultz's brother, gets the Calder Memorial Trophy. It's interesting. Eric Comrie gets the Conn Smythe. Stromberg gets the Vezina. William N. Jennings goes to Stromberg. Ackerstrom gets the Masterton. Wills gets his third Selke Trophy. Stromberg gets the Lindsay. And Colin White wins the Maurice Richard. AHL-wise, any of our AHL guys. Yep, there you go. Sepanen wins the Rookie of the Year. Nicely done, Sepanen. Kessel gets the best player in the playoffs. And that's that. And then there's the other awards. There you go. Okay, so now let's see who retired this year. Wait, actually, let's quickly just get this player stats fully, just because I don't know if any of these guys are going to retire. So I want to get the full stats for the season from Dumba. So let's just go across on Dumba. Just because in case he retires, I want to make sure I have his entire career numbers. There you go. And then we also want to check on Kaprizov. I think nobody else should be retiring this year. So we should be good for the rest of the players. But let's just get Kaprizov stats as well. He had a pretty good year this year. There you go. And actually, let's get Kaprizov's playoff stats, because I think I was keeping track of his playoff stats too. So sorry about this, guys, but you got to get this stuff. So let's get some of this playoff stats done. There you go. Okay, so I think that's all I need. Now let's go on to see who retired and the draft lottery results. I don't think we have any. We have our first round pick this year, but it's not a lottery pick. So let's see, though, who gets the first overall pick this year. Hopefully, though, we didn't lose anybody to retirement. Like, if we do lose Kaprizov, that's going to suck, because that's a big portion of our goal scoring. But I'm hoping Fitzgerald continues to play strong, and he could be that kind of guy. Also, Urkamps will play good probably next season, as he usually does. And you know what? Let's just get the rest of the world for the last month of this. Why not? Hopefully we have some good prospects jumping to the NHL next year as well. Hopefully some guys like LaValle get some good growth. So Montreal has the first overall pick, followed by the Islanders. Damn. So the Islanders, after going to the Stanley Cup Finals against us, looks like they might have finished near the bottom of the league. Damn. Interesting. Okay. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody to retirement. Please. And we did not lose anybody. So Dumba is not even retired. But I'm not going to probably bring back Dumba next year. I don't think so, because he's going to want a lot of money. So we did not lose anybody. That's good, at least. All skaters who retired: Galchenyuk, Jeff Skinner, any former players of ours. Nick Ritchie, our former player, retires. He was a really good piece to this team for a bit. He retires with the Boston Bruins. Any other former players that I recognize? Timoshev, I think, was with us a couple seasons, if I remember right. Kamenev was with us a couple times too. Same with Ian McCaution. A lot of these kind of depth guys were with us for a bit. That looks pretty much it, I think. Yep. And in goaltenders, did Corson retire for the Devils? No, he did not, but Tristan Jerry, our former goaltender, retires. Interesting. Soderstrom retires with the Devils. Ingram and Halverson. So no huge retirements really this year. Nothing for us, at least. So we still have the same roster probably going into next season. Let's just take a look quickly at what contracts we have going into the draft, and then we'll take a look at the draft class, and that will be it for this episode. So whose contracts are we going to have to sign this expiring? So Fitzgerald, yeah, he's going to want a big contract. Let's just see what the contracts. He won 7 years at 8.875. Damn, that is a lot of money in a lot of years too. Well, it's actually not that a lot of money in comparison to somebody like who was it, Bear Schultz, but he is actually listed as a top 6 forward now. He's not listed as an elite player, so he's been a bit of a bust for us. Haas, how much are you gonna want out of curiosity? 4 years and 9.5. Okay, not horrible. What about you, Nilsson? 3 years at 6.975, not bad either. Lawson, not bad. What about Kaprizov? 2 years at 5.85. That's not bad. What about McKelly? Okay, it's not horrible what some of these players want. We might be able to get everybody back. What about Hellenis? 1 year at 5.3. Okay. Yeah, I think we might have fixed ourselves with the cap problem. If we have a lot in cap space, I don't know how much we're going to have in cap space. You know what, actually, we might be able to check kind of. Let's see. This says in extension dollars. We might have like $40-something million in cap space, maybe a bit more than that. So we might not be able to afford necessarily everybody. We might be able to. We'll see what happens. Let's just take a look at the draft class now. And then that'll be it for this episode. We actually can check the progress reports too. This might be a bit of a long episode. Sorry about that, guys. So draft class, what is available at the draft this year? Any exact elites that are supposed to go later in the first round that I could pin? Wow, there's a franchise center. Damn. Scott Howe. Too bad we didn't have a bad season this year. I'll just sort by potential. So there's an exact elite from the first/second round, and it's a goaltender. That's definitely somebody we could go after. I'll pin him. High elite second round goaltender Johnny Peckham. Interesting. An American. Kraus played in the OHL. Okay, so those are that. Let's just go back to this again. Let's just see the top 5 or so. Okay. Interesting. Let's actually go into the end of this first round. Okay, so yeah, I think that goaltender might be the one we want to go after if we have a chance to, because he's an exact elite, so we might just do that. And then let's see about the progress reports. Let's see if there's been any good growth this season, because then it'll make sense though if we lost in the playoffs, because then we got at least some good growth from our prospects. So Malone is up to an 82. He's not that bad actually anymore. He used to be like a 78 only. Urkamps, Ruchin still 86. McKelly 80. Any growth from youngsters? Tillot's, he might not be liking his ice time. Shit, man. 79. I think he'll be better next season, but I don't know if he's actually turning out to be that high top 4 that we want him to. Nilsson. Okay, Lavallee didn't grow that much actually. Huh. But I guess we'll find out when we get re-sign stage. Maybe he'll be better than that. Prospect wise, we do have some good growth here. It looks like, let's see, start by current. So, Hoffman's still, Cormier. Sapanen's a 77. He's going to be in the NHL probably next season. Jelena might be. Dundas is up to a 76, so he might be NHL bound next year too. And Martin might need another year in the minors. Okay. What about goaltenders? Okay, so, and Croson's 66. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild GMO. So, unfortunately, we couldn't get past this first round this year, but at least our AHL affiliate won the Calder Cup, so that's not that bad of a thing. So, next episode, we'll get the off-season done, and we might do one more season of this before I wrap up the series and start my next GM mode. So, make sure to go and vote on that poll on what team you guys want to see next. So, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.